Hello everyone, this is Harminder Suri, and today I'm going to show you the G2 route for the Orangeville Drive Test Center. Now, Orangeville has a few different routes for G2, but I'm going to show you a couple of routes today. So this is the Drive Test Center here. Now, if you're taking the highway to come to the center, so you're going to have to make a turn here, whether a right turn or a left turn. So you make a turn on 4th Avenue and then you make a left turn here and you have to come through this plaza. Let me show it to you. So this is, there's a Good Life Center here and you come this way and this is where the Drive Test Center is and you're going to be parking here. So let me go back to this view. So this is the aerial view of the Drive Test Center, and these are the spots where you're going to park. So primarily, they want you to park here in these spots. So you want to remember what row you park in. See, these spots are not numbered, so you got to remember what row you're parked in when you go inside to register, and make sure you park in forward, right? So parking in reverse is not a good idea. So you want to park in forward so that you come out easily, smoothly, right? So when you start the test, you're going to go out this way. You make a right here and you're going to go behind the Drive Test Center and you go through this plaza and then you make a left on 4th Avenue. So this is 4th Avenue and we're making a left here. Now here, there's no speed sign. So, you're supposed to drive at 50, but you know what? You probably won't be able to get up to 50 because there's a stop sign coming up. So keep it slow, keep it at 40. And at this stop sign, you're going to make a left. Now, this is a very tricky stop sign. It is an always stop sign, so you got to know when to take your turn. So first come, first goes, right? So you see how busy this place is, right? So it can get really tricky. So like 1 or 2 students have failed here because they didn't know when to go. So if you haven't watched the stop sign video yet, make sure you watch that to know when exactly it is your turn to go. So you make a left at this stop sign. And right after you make the left turn, you see the speed sign says 40 kilometers per hour. So you're going to be driving at 40 here. Now, this is not a very busy street. So, you won't have to worry much about maintaining your speed, so you can just keep your eye on the speed while you're driving straight. Now, the 3rd street is also a tricky street because after driving for a bit, you're going to come across this sign that says 50 begins. So, and why it's tricky is because, you just saw the 40 begin sign and then you see the 50 begin sign. And then the other thing is that here, you're at the stop sign. There's a stop sign coming up. You'd be asked to make a left turn. So, you'll barely be able to get up to 50. Only if you were going straight and if you had an opportunity to get up to 50, you would. But don't worry about it, right? It's a residential neighborhood, so you won't be able to get up to 50 on this road. So at this stop sign, you're going to make a left on 2nd Avenue. Now, this is a tricky part about Orangeville. How in the stop sign video, I'd said that, if you don't see an always sign here underneath the stop sign, it is a 2-way stop sign. But here in Orangeville, you see there's a stop sign here. So there's another one here, and there's a stop sign here. So always stop signs do not say always all the time in Orangeville. So you got to be careful, right? So you got to check the stop signs on the other sides before you make a decision about taking your turn. So this is an always stop sign, so you know that if there are other cars, you have to take your turn when it comes. So you make a left turn here on 2nd Avenue, and right after you make the turn, you're going to see the speed sign of 40 kilometers per hour. So you're going to drive at 40 here. I don't think you can drive at 50 on the street anyway. So right after the left, the first stop sign that you come across, you're going to make a right turn here. Now this is 4th Street. So earlier we were on 4th Avenue. This is 4th Street. So you make a right turn here And since there's no speed sign here, you drive at 50 kilometers per hour. This is a usually empty road, so you won't have to worry about cars and the speed. And then you make a right turn here on First Avenue. So this is First Avenue. And after you make the right turn, you could be asked to pull up on the side anywhere and do an uphill or downhill parking followed by a 3-point turn. Now, there are some fire hydrants on the street, so you want to be careful. Do not park anywhere close to a fire hydrant. If I were asked to do an uphill parking here, then I would go stop somewhere here, past the fire hydrant. And you don't have to feel the pressure to stop right away where the examiner asks you to do an uphill or downhill parking. So you can take time and stop where it's appropriate. So you stop here, do the uphill, downhill parking. If you haven't watched the video, then make sure you watch it here. And then you're going to do a 3-point turn here. Again, 3-point turn video is posted here, so make sure you watch it. So after the 3-point turn, once again, you make a right turn here on 4th Street. And then again, at the first stop sign, you're going to make a right turn on Broadway. Now, Broadway is a busy road that leads to the downtown here, downtown of Orangeville. So you can expect some traffic here, but you don't have to worry much about it because, you're turning right. All you have to look for is cars coming in this lane. And, if they're coming fast, just wait for them. And if you think you can make a safe turn in front of them, then just go ahead and make that turn. And the speed limit on this road is 50 kilometers per hour. Now you see a school zone sign here, school zone up ahead. So that means, when you see the school zone sign, you have to drive at 40. But before that, you're going to be making a right turn here. So on Broadway, you make the first right. So this is where you make the first right, which is on the 3rd Street. So on 3rd Street, there is no speed sign posted, so you can drive at 50 kilometers per hour, depending on how busy it is. So if you don't see a lot of cars, then, it'll be safe to drive at 50. So you're going to have to drive for some time on 3rd Street before you make a right turn on 4th Avenue back to the drive test center. Once again, it's an all-way stop sign, so be careful. You don't want to make any mistakes. So you make the right turn here, and you go back the same way. And you go back into the drive test center the same way you had come. So this is where you would make the turn. And now Google Maps is not going to take me there. So this is where you go and you go back. And so you come back through here and you park anywhere here, right? They usually ask you to park somewhere here or in these parking spots. So that's the end of the test. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, then do not forget to give me a like. And thank you very much for watching. If you think the road test, the route has changed, then do leave a comment down below so that I can make another video on the updated route. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again with another video.